I saw the sign from the road and I'm like, Ecclesia? What? What is that?
I've been trying to do it right. I've been living a lonely life. I've been sleeping here instead. I've been sleeping in my bed. Sleeping in my bed.
The thought crossed my mind, what would it be like if I started a church that was a safe place for people who had never been to church, people who were agnostic, people who were an atheist or whatever, that they could just examine what's the Bible about, what's God about, what's the Bible say, and to just examine it for themselves.
I can come to church and see people who are from different phases in life, different walks of life, people who are atheists, people who are agnostic, Wiccan, anything, and they feel like they can come here and truly learn about Jesus.
I didn't think there was a church out there, that would make me feel comfortable with who I am,
We had been researching and going to different churches in the Akron-Canton area and found this one on the web, and I was a little skeptical, but I was pleasantly surprised when I walked into the door. There was just what seemed like a tight-knit community that really cared about us.
When you first walk into Ecclesia, it's hard not to notice the strong community that it just conveys, the people that genuinely care about each other.
The word ecclesia actually means community. It means church, but it also means a gathering of people.
There are so many things I like about being a pastor here at Eck. I love the fact that I have the freedom to meet people where they are at. I don't have to set myself apart from the congregation. I don't have to pretend like I am better than anybody or that I am more holy than anybody.
I've never been around a more accepting and loving group of people who are just genuinely that way.
I was welcomed as I was, as opposed to being judged and, stereotyped, if you will.
I do know from all the people that call themselves Christians versus the people that go to Ecclesia that call themselves Christians, we have a different brand of Christians here.
When you come into Ecclesia, you don't need to be afraid of what people are going to think of you, because that's not a value of ours. What we care about the most is that you just be yourself.
It was definitely different to me. To me, it was refreshing that it was okay to be myself, and that God accepted me for who I was rather than having to dress up and be this other person.
Chris and James as pastors here at Ecclesia, they live their lives before the congregation. They allow themselves to be put under the microscope.
We have so many people come through these doors, the people we're trying to minister to and reach out to, people who have never been to church or people who really have been hurt by church. One of the things that I saw that they needed was, for me, not just the church, but for me to be genuine and for me to be transparent and different.
People get to see that I'm a person and that I struggle and that I have just as many bad days and things like that.
So many people say, you guys are just really honest, you're just yourself and you don't put on appearances. That's the thing, that's kind of part of our church culture, is that the people who come to our church are just real people. They're not trying to be something that they're not.
One of the things that touched my heart the most is just how intentional people are about relationship here.
We truly have people who care and will be there for you and will be praying for you.
I'm so glad that I've had the opportunity to find such a loving community of people that are such an honest reflection of Jesus and his ministry.
We have got all kinds of people, and they're in different places in their journey with Jesus.
We have all different kinds of people here, and I think that's what makes it real.
People are attracted to realness. People are attracted to, just being yourself.
You want to be around people who care about you and start possibly looking into God, I'd say come to Ecclesia.
It's like knowing a person better and knowing who they are, but at the same time realizing how much they love you. And that's the journey. You figure out, the Bible has a solid stand on this, and sometimes it's scary. But when you realize that comes along with so much love, and you find a church that can convey that. It's a very special thing.
I've seen more love and more encouragement from this place than I have ever anywhere else.
We're a small community, but we pursue people the way that Christ pursues us in his love, and it's really, for me, just such a blessing and such a beautiful thing to watch and be a part of.
Just show up, see what we're like. I can guarantee you will learn about Jesus here.